What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about two things and two things only. Number one is the trade breakdown today on how I made $9,000 but should have been a $40,000 day. Nonetheless, we're going to also talk about how to let your winners run when day trading. Now, what you look at right now at this very moment on this chart, this is NAS 100. This essentially is a $200,000 trade. $200,000 trade if you had took 10 lots of NAS 100. Now, the funny thing is that I actually had 10 lots of NAS 100, and I actually called this for a sell alert signal right here at the very top. Now, transparency is the number one thing in life, and that is what I'm going to show you right here in my private VIP Telegram group. You're going to see me basically switch buys and tell the team at 8:45 a.m. selling NAS 100 at 18213.39, followed by the take profits. What you see here on the left hand side, guys, is my private VIP Telegram group. This is where I send my signal alerts day in, day out for every single trade that I'm looking to take. Entry is the number one thing, followed by take profits. I do include a buffer stop loss, but I use a mental stop loss. So just keep in mind, if you decide to join this, you are entirely responsible for your stop loss, how much you want to risk. Now, today, again, was a $9,000 day. Should have been better, right? Should have been a lot better. Unfortunately, I took two losses at the market open on US 30. US 30 as well as NAS 100 has been extremely difficult. Now, I was supposed to start yesterday my small account flip, which basically it's me growing a $300 account to as much as I want. It could be $60,000, it could be $100,000, or it could be, let's see, it could maybe even be 1 million. But the problem is that I can't grow a count like that at a very aggressive speed rate if the market's not there. And this market's been very rough, right? I mean, by rough is that it's been very bearish. We are not getting any kind of bullish. We're not getting any kind of squeeze, kind of uptrend. So it's a little bit difficult, right? Normally we see the market have its little pattern, or one day it might be bullish, next day it might be bearish, next day it might be bullish. The chart is basically faking us out, especially with US 30 and NAS 100. Now, US 30 today should have been a massive runner. Yesterday we had a resistance here. She didn't take off running. She ended up selling off, right? But the problem is with US 30 and NAS 100 is that it's very difficult to trade this at the market open for both buyers and sellers, because she'll start to push up, trap buyers, and then starts pulling back. Sellers jump in, buyers stop out, drops down, and then immediately stops and pushes back up. It basically traps sellers and stops them out. So basically, same thing happened again today, right? So US 30 and NAS 100 both traded exactly the same, right? They fake people out. They act like they're going to squeeze up. People jump in, take the trade, open the position, and might hit take profit 1, starts to pull back, people start to panic. They try and look, basically to be more aggressive, hold for support, pulls back, pushes up. So it's really one big mental game. Now, the very first thing is, how do you deal with it and how to manage that? Number one thing is take smaller size, right? Take smaller size. It obviously helps with emotions, okay? Now, when we do pick a direction, right? So when we do get the right direction, whether it's US 30 or NAS 100, in this case, NAS 100, right? We're going to go back to the Telegram here. I'm going to show you guys when I sent this signal alert. This was basically me in the trade here at 18213.00. I basically closed out of this trade at take profit 3. Then what ended up happening is that she ended up having a big, massive squeeze. Now, my number one weakness with Forex trading is that I don't let my winners run. So how do you do this, right? So very simple. If I'm taking 10 lots, right? 10 lots at 18213.00, I shouldn't be closing this entire position out at 18168, right? I should not be doing that. The best thing the number one thing that I should be doing is really basically paying myself along the way, because there's no better feeling than knowing any trade you take, you made profit on, right? So in this case, what I need to start doing going forward, and what everyone should be doing is, once we're in a trade, and once it hits take profit one, at that point we should be closing out. I would say in this case, if I took 10 lots, I should really be locking in. I would say probably at no more than half. So maybe close out right here, close out 5 lots, right? 5 lots. So that leaves 5 lots on the table. And then as we start to move towards maybe take profit 3, maybe close out maybe 2.5 lots, and let the other 2.5 lots just run, and then set a stop loss at break even. So even if it if that other 2.5 lots pushes back up towards break even, well, guess what? It doesn't matter, because I basically secured profit at take profit 1, and I secured partial profit at take profit 3. But the problem is that I'm leaving a lot of, this isn't just the first time. This isn't the first time it's happened. I've been leaving a lot of money on the table, because I'll be in these trades. It'll be a good setup, good signal, good alert, but I'm out my entire position at take profit 3. It's like, oh my God, it went from 18,168 all the way down to 18,007. You see what I'm saying? I should have left some sort of position open, and then I could easily set it to break even, which is my entry. My stop loss is now my break even, because it doesn't matter if it goes down, goes up. It doesn't matter where it goes, because I've already secured the bag. I've already made some sort of profit on this trade. You see what I'm saying? So really, I was having a conversation with one of my students today. You really got to let these winners, have some sort of position still out there, and you can kind of just set it and forget it, right? So again, I think it's very important to definitely always lock in gains, lock in some sort of profits at take profit 1. I don't think you should close out your entire position at take profit 1. Some people do that, and you leave a lot of money on the table. You really have to, because I've noticed that lately, especially with the market, that the moves aren't happening lately. All last week and pretty much almost like all so far this week, the moves are basically, they're not happening right when the market opens. When the market opens, lately it's been 50-50. Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? And then about 15 minutes after the market opens, that's when we're starting to see a clear direction of where it's going to go, right? And you obviously take your normal position size, but make sure you have a stop loss. And then when she starts to go towards that direction, if it hits take profit 1, lock in some gains. And then set everything else to break even. And then if it goes more in your direction, right, now it's no longer, you maybe switch up and not have it at break even, but you have everything at take profit 1. Your stop loss is take profit 1. But no matter what, you always got to lock in some sort of gains. And, I'm leaving a lot of money on the table with some of these trades. I know some of my students are, and we really just have to let these winners run and just leave some sort of small position open. I had a member today that actually made $500 on 0.03 lots. That's actually really huge. He basically let a position open, let it just run and let it pay itself, and just set that stop loss to either break even or even take profit 3, and you just basically go about your day. Now, obviously, if you let it at take profit 3, you could obviously see that this thing came down and pushed up, and came down and then pushed up, and then obviously it would have stopped you at take profit 3, and then you probably would have looked like, oh shit, I could have maybe closed out of this trade down here for $500 in profit, but instead I got stopped out for maybe $50 in profit. It is what it is. But if you lock in half your position at take profit 1, then it's almost one of those things where it's like it could basically kind of like balance out, if that makes sense. So that's it for this video. Hopefully it helps and educates you guys. Again, this is my private VIP Telegram here on the left-hand side. If this is something that you guys are ever interested in joining, I put my signals out daily for my members. This was another trade last night that we captured on NZD US dollar. You guys can see, this one hit our entry, take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. Nice sell-off fade is exactly what we wanted. So good day yesterday, decent day today. We're taking what the market gives us day in and day out. Again, this market's been just really rough this all last week, even the week before and this week. So we're not, like I said, yesterday we didn't get any kind of squeeze, any kind of push up with NAS 100 or US 30. Now tomorrow's going to be Wednesday. So it's one of those things where it's like, because tomorrow's Wednesday, do I really see the market being strong? Probably not. So we'll ultimately have to see what it's like pre-market tomorrow morning, and then basically make our watch list and our game plan off there. But anyways, that's it for this YouTube video. Hopefully you guys like it. Subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all you dudes in the next one. Cheers.